Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new, welcome. I hope you stick around. Today I wanted to talk about the ketogenic diet and the keto flu and essentially how to survive it. So what is the keto flu? Basically, the keto flu is what it sounds like. It's flu-like symptoms when you are transitioning into ketosis, when you go on to the ketogenic diet. If you have been on the ketogenic diet or you are thinking about going on to the ketogenic diet, the keto flu is something you probably will experience. It's basically what it sounds like. It's flu-like symptoms, headaches, muscle aches. Sometimes you get this brain fog, you get tired. But basically, it's your body transitioning into ketosis. Your body has been running off of carbs for its entire life. So now that you are transitioning into ketosis and you're taking carbs out of your diet, essentially what is happening is your insulin is no longer needed. Your insulin is used to balance your blood pressure when you eat carbs. And also your insulin tells your kidneys to store sodium. So now that you don't have carbs into your diet anymore, your insulin is no longer needed. So your insulin basically stops producing and your kidneys are starting to flush out all this excess sodium. And basically that gives you the keto flu. You are losing electrolytes and you are losing sodium. So what you're gonna need to do is you're gonna need to replenish your electrolytes and your sodium. So I would suggest taking in 3,000 to 5,000 extra milligrams of sodium a day, not just through the ketogenic flu, but throughout your whole ketogenic diet, since you will not have insulin, so that your body will keep flushing out sodium. So it is essential that you make sure that you have enough sodium in your diet, especially when you're going through the ketogenic flu. It will help you immensely, I promise. So number one thing is to add salt to everything. Salt all your food. I always use like the pink Himalayan sea salt. It's really good. You can get it at any grocery store. Another thing is when you are transitioning into the ketogenic diet, you need to make sure you're getting enough fat. Your body is basically learning to burn a different fuel source. It's learning to burn fat instead of carbs. It's been burning carbs for its entire life, so now it is learning how to burn fat instead as an energy source. So you need to make sure that you are getting enough fat into your diet. So on top of getting enough fat, avocados are a great source of potassium, which is going to help replenish your electrolytes, and it will give you a lot of fat. So I highly suggest eating at least maybe 1 or 2 avocados a day, especially going through the ketogenic flu. It's going to help you a lot. It'll help with muscle aches and things like that. And it's quite low on the net carbs, so it's great for the ketogenic diet. Another thing is soup, broth, because it has plenty of sodium and it'll help replenish your sodium levels and your electrolytes. So I just use the bouillon and I just make my own broth, but you can always just buy it in the can. It is a great way, especially going through the ketogenic flu. Have at least maybe a bowl or 2 broth, and also that will help with your hunger levels because you are used to eating carbs and now you're not eating carbs, so you don't have as much volume in your foods. Even though you're eating the same calorie level, your calories are coming mostly from fat. So having broth and stuff like that gives you a little extra volume in your meals, and you feel like you gain a little bit more and you feel a little bit more full until you completely transition into ketosis. And then once you completely transition to ketosis, you won't feel that hunger level anymore. But while you are transitioning, broth is a lifesaver. Another thing that you need to make sure that you are doing is drinking enough water. You need to be drinking enough water, especially if you are working out and you're sweating out all that extra sodium and all that extra water. So make sure that you are drinking plenty of water. I recommend drinking probably a gallon of water a day if you're active. I know I drink at least a gallon of water a day, if not a little bit more, because I am active and it is summer and it is in Hawaii, so it's super hot and I'm sweating all the time. So make sure you're getting your water in. It's very important. And another thing I like to add to my water is Mio with the electrolytes. this is very helpful to replenish your electrolytes, and it's super easy. I get the calorie-free one, so that way it's not really interrupting my ketosis, so I highly recommend that. And last but not least, make sure you're taking your vitamins, people, especially when you're transitioning, because you are still working on trying to balance out your food source if you aren't used to the ketogenic diet. So make sure that you are taking your vitamins. It is very important. So make sure that you are getting enough electrolytes, enough sodium. Make sure you're drinking your water, and I promise you that will help immensely through the keto flu. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you give it a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and tell me what you'd like to see next, and I will see you guys next week.